you've grown up in this certain background, do you know how to be submissive? Like, even if you want to, do you know how? Can you? Because something that you've been raised in, it's not going to change overnight. Even if you find that perfect man, where you used to having a sharp comeback when you pissed off, how can you change that after that's the way you've been molded? That's the way you were raised. That's the way you're grown up. That will never happen overnight.
Counseling.
So the question becomes, can any woman be submissive to the wrong or the right man? Can
We
we?
need counseling. A lot of us is
We
dealing with that
absolutely
trauma.
do.
We need counseling. I see us make excuses, but stay in the same shoes that we in. And like I always say, if you change your mindset, you change your environment, you change your life. A lot of us, we make excuses like it ain't us. So as soon as you see yourself, as soon as you see yourself getting out of pocket or going somewhere where you don't need to be, it's time to have some self-awareness and reassess things and say, you know what, this ain't me. Maybe I need to dial this back. Maybe I need to talk to somebody. Maybe I need to get in a different environment, or whatever. But the person that keeps going from relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship, and they're the common denominator, but it's everybody else. That's what I call bullshit on.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Candid Conversations. I am your host, Kyra. I hope y'all all had a great day. We is on late today. So sorry. What's going on, Ray? So let's get this party started since we already running a little late. Let's start getting our host out here, our co-host out here. First up is Mr. Sean Davis.
What up? Ray, they set me up today. They set me up for failure. As they normally do.
Oh wow. I didn't set you up for anything. This is Mr. Sean's topic.
Every topic. They say every topic.
So this was his suggestive topic. So we didn't set you up, you set yourself up. You set yourself up.
You ready, Cody? You ready?
Hello, Carla. How are you?
And my boy
and
out
then, yes, right. Let's go. And last but not least, Mr. Derek the Deacon. Is he gonna grace us with his presence?
They got me. They hid it. They hiding me. I'm the voice of God on today. I am the voice of God. You can't see him, but you know he's in the building. Touch your neighbor and say, "Is he in the building?"
Is she in the building?
Yeah, I can't. He definitely is in the building. With his crazy self. Derek is the only person I know. He just something wrong with him. God bless the woman that get him.
They are blessed and highly flavored.
That's what we're doing. This what we doing?
Yes, Carla, not the voice of God. Derek is having technical difficulties today, so you're gonna hear him. You may see him. We don't know what's going on with Derek, but right now we can just hear him. So, we late today, but Sean, how was your day?
It was all right. You already know. It was all right. Had a little friction online today. And it was funny because it was somewhat like a part of this conversation. So once we do get started, we gotta throw a disclaimer out there.
I gotta sing again.
What disclaimer?
Know that whenever we have conversations like this, sometimes depending on the people, it turns into a gender war. And we got to get away from the gender war and start thinking what's best for the culture, moving the culture forward. It's not about men versus women. It's not about women versus men. We can help each other. There's a balance that needs to be. Some things women are better at. Some things men are better at. We need to start picking and choosing our battles very carefully, especially when it comes to culture, because, sometimes I may need to lean on you. Sometimes you may need to lean on me, but we need to put the ego and the pride to the side to whereas, we need to do what's best for our children. And
Absolutely.
a lot of people don't know how to do that. They'll hear something that maybe one side isn't as good at, and they'll get triggered, and then it turns into a battle and a fight. Where it's like, no, sometimes women are better at certain things. Sometimes men are better at certain things, but some of us just can't. We gotta learn to accept our flaws in order. The first step into correcting any problem is admitting that you have one, admitting that it's something there.
Absolutely.
And we have to learn to recognize that and embrace it in order to, to handle it the right way. And a lot of us don't know how to do that. We go right into deflection, or we go right into defense mechanisms, and it's not a good look because we're never going to hit.
I'm still waiting. I done heard the whole soliloquy, and it was full of goodies.
Absolutely.
You dropped some jewels. Where's the disclaimer though?
That's the disclaimer. That's it.
When I tell you,
Derek,
our disclaimer. We gay. Our mama black. Who hurt us?
Y'all better leave my cousin alone.
Hold up, wait. This is me and Derek's disclaimer. I'm sorry, Derek. This is our disclaimer. We black. We gay. I know our mama black. Who hurt us? And now the song. Now we got to go into the song. So Derek, this is you.
Meet us at the podcast with your comments. Stop calling Kyra. She ain't gonna do shit.
There's the disclaimer.
Candy.
Here we go.
Okay, the disclaimer is now been said. And I hope y'all understood. Derek said I ain't gonna do shit, so take it up with Derek. Take it up with Sean. I ain't got nothing to do with it. So, hello everybody and welcome to Candid Conversations. Everybody already knows how this goes. We will attach the link to the bottom of the screen. And y'all can hit that link whenever y'all want to come on and comment. You do not have to show your face, but we do have to be able to hear you. So if your hair ain't dead, it's okay. You could just leave the screen and we'll hear your voice. But either way, you coming out. If you want to hit the link, you're going to be live. So, you come as you are. If you don't want to be seen, you don't have to be. You only get 5 minutes.
Make sure you find the cleanest wall in your house and stand in front of it, because I will point it out and see it, and I will have no choice but to make a comment about it.
I can't with Derek. You get 2 to 5. You will get 2 to 5 minutes to share your opinion. If you like what you say, you may stay on the podcast even a little bit longer. You go into the waiting. You will go into the waiting room until we are ready to bring you on. So thank y'all in advance for joining the conversation. All right, and today's topic is
let's get candy.
In a single mother household, at a certain age, should the son go live with his father? I ain't gonna say nothing just yet, because I know me. So, and I think everybody else know me too. And they know daggone well that shit ain't fine over here. So I don't care about nothing else. It ain't happening here. Not the cleanest wall. Oh, okay. Zarek, you got a lot of fans out here tonight.
We dropping the album?
No, we ain't dropping the album.
I meant the video, sorry.
Not until you stop saying I ain't gonna do shit. We do have little snippets from what's her name, Sean? Because you know I'm gonna say it wrong.
Ayala Van Dam.
Van Dam. Ayala.
Van Dam.
I thought you said Ayala Van Dam. I was like, oh, I didn't even know that was her last name.
You got married to my man.
And then we got something from Boys in the Hood. The little, and anybody who saw Boys in the Hood gonna know what this, they know where this snippet came from. So
goes a little something like this.
What's up, Trey? What's up, dog boy? Well, there goes your son. You wanted him, you got him.
Why are you trying to make this so easy?
Well, it's like you told me. I can't teach him how to be a man. It's your job.
And every time you dishonor that love, you chip a piece of it. This is why in our culture as black people, when the boys turn a certain age, the men come and get him and take him away from the mother because she can emotionally manipulate him. But since we don't live in our culture no more, we say what we want to say, do what we want to say. We tear our men down and then wonder why they don't make good husbands and fathers. Mothers destroy sons. His mother can speak to him in certain ways that destroy him in ways that can never be repaired.
Mothers and fathers. I'm like, listen, Ayala, you're not gonna be slamming on my furniture. We're gonna respect my house. That's what we're gonna do.
So there you have it. Y'all heard what Miss Ayana said. Mothers destroy sons. Yeah, okay. Whatever. Any old way. I ain't got no comment. I'm gonna keep my 2 cents to myself for right now. I'm gonna let Mr.
We need something. We need something.
She said mothers destroy.
I just said that. She said mothers destroy sons. So Sean, my statistics man.
You're gonna throw me to the wolves right from the gate.
I need you to run some statistics. Yeah. I need you to run some statistics for us.
Ford's 500 and McDonald's.com says that fathers who take their kids to get Happy Meals at least 3 times a week, they are 40% less likely to get caught up in crime but 80% likely to become obese.
Shut up.
Please.
All right, I'm gonna say this one little tidbit about that thing with Ayana talk about mothers destroy sons. Mothers
Talking
do
about.
not destroy sons. There's good mothers, there's bad mothers, there's bad fathers, there's good fathers. It all run in the same circle to me. But how do we destroy sons? How do we destroy our sons?
She told y'all how y'all destroyed y'all sons.
What? That
She
was
said
that
y'all-
one person.
She said that mothers know how to manipulate their sons and speak from an emotional space, and to some extent that could be true. I'm not saying everybody, but mothers know how to get what they want from especially from their male sons. They know how to lay it on thick and make and sons, especially when fathers are not in the picture or fathers are not in the house, sons try to go above and beyond to please the mother.
To please their mother.
We their mother.
What's that mean?
I see where this is going.
Yeah, what's that mean? They still got a life.
We gave y'all life. No,
we did
God
too.
gave us life.
Yeah, we did too. Yeah, I just held them, carried them. We gave the life.
Well, then y'all should be the ones carrying them and let us and see how that feels. But
well, you should take that over easy.
I'm not making this a gender war, but I don't
go.
agree with that statement. I do not think mothers destroy sons. I don't agree with that at all because of that. No, I don't agree with that. Not one.
That's a good one right here. I'm put it up there.
They don't know how to nurture the masculinity in a man.
Mm. You had to take a sip?
I didn't know what that was for.
Mothers don't know how to nurture the masculinity in a man.
Maybe we don't. That's what they got fathers for. I'm not saying that women can do everything when it comes to their sons, but I'm not going to say that we destroy our sons either.
No, I think the family. I think the mother, in absence of a father, can destroy a son. It's not just on a mother by herself. It's the power.
Absolutely.
When the two are not in their place and operating in their strengths, the children suffer.
They sure do. But I don't disagree with a son going to live with his father. Because if you a good father and you show me that you can like take care of him and keep him off his head, clothes in his bag, and all that other good stuff, go on, take him. You want?
I think now just for that statement, just going off of that statement, I think there's a light level of control that I think that a lot of women have because they carried in birth, because
breastfed and did all that other good stuff with him.
I get it. We're both parents, but like even just in the comment, he has to show you that he can do the job, but you don't have to show him anything. You just is ordained as the residential parent. But just a segue into going into statistics, history has showed that women are not the better residential parent. Now, I know that there's a lot more cases, it's 80 to 20 of women as residential parents versus fathers. But the numbers are the numbers. That men statistically make better fathers. Whatever the case may be, whatever the help they have, whatever the help they seek out, whatever it is. But the statistics show that men make better fathers. And I think it goes into somewhat of even being the disciplinarian, maybe the stature of the father, how a father approaches things. more logical versus emotional, because we got a lot of emotional young men. And that's why I think that we have a lot of, the violence that go on. They're acting on emotion versus logic. You have somebody that just want to react versus taking a step back and assessing the situation properly, dealing with logic, and then moving appropriately. You know what I mean? So I think that goes into it as well. Like, women are more emotional and nurturing, and men are more logical and disciplinarian.
I'm not disagreeing with that. Like I said, I don't think that there is anything wrong with a child going to live with his father, but you just can't every man is not capable of taking their child.
Of course.
And that's why I said, and that's why I said what I said. Yeah, if you raise this child up until they almost 11, 12 years old, and now he got to go live with daddy. Yeah, you got to show me that you can really take care of my kid.
I get it.
Well, all I'm saying,
but it ain't the wolves. It's not the wolves. It's his father, and I think that's the line of respect. The line of respect that we're dealing with.
Because you got some people that some fathers that still be out here in the streets doing whatever they be doing, and yeah, we're not doing that.
But the statistics show that the fathers actually do better.
I understand that, but I'm talking about like what I just said. Some fathers be out here doing what they be doing out here in these streets, and that's something that a child don't need to really be around.
But what I'm saying is, we go into parenthood as mothers without any trial and error. You're just giving that to the mom. But then to the dad, it's like, you got to prove it to me. But there's no proof for the mom. And sometimes there's more proof that this mother can't do the best job. Because historically, she may have not done the best job. And this is not a strike to mothers that's doing good work. Not to mothers that's doing good jobs. Like, there's a lot of women out here that's really on that front line doing what they got to do for their children. But at the same time, there's a lot of women that's not. So when we, speak on the men, if we're going to speak in fairness, we gotta flip that coin. That there's a lot of women that don't do the right thing, but now they have another child. Now they have another child, and then another child. But instead of that child going to the father in court, the judge will automatically make the mother the residential parent, instead of saying, you ain't do a good job with the child that you had. Mm-hmm. They'll just cut her a check. Say, all right, brother, you got to pay child support.
But like I said, so it's good parents, it's good mothers, and it's bad mothers. And just to answer Thomas Mack, yes, women and men should both pick better people to have children with.
Absolutely.
But unfortunately, in the world that we live in, and realistically, most of these pregnancies is unplanned. Because everybody ain't doing the picking, they just doing the sticking.
This is true. No, I agree. I mean, you wanted me to go into the statistics. You want to get it out of the way?
We got Ray in the waiting room. Ray, he ready.
let him in. We'll hear him, and then I'll go into the statistics.
Yeah, so let's let Ray on. Let's let Ray on in here. What's going on, bro, man?
Ray ain't at work today.
I'm at work.
He got the good glasses on with the fitted. He's like, I'm about to kill him on Candy.
Yeah, I had to change the game up. I really came up here for like 5 minutes. I ain't try to
You ain't never come up here for no 5 minutes.
we about to make you a permanent fixture up here.
That'll be cool. I get a little segment. But check this out, right? I come up here, I wanted to share something. Personally, I really think that we're growing up in effed
I'm
up
sorry.
times.
So are condoms. I'm sorry.
We're growing up in messed up times. In this generation, at this time, I don't think. I think men and women is bad. Like if they're alone, if they're single, if you got a single father, he could fuck up the children's life as well as the mother. It's not. It's more the values that they have to teach the children, and they don't. In this generation, nobody go by values no more. I'm in tune with the values I learned from the Huxtables. I don't know what the world think about Cosby, but I love Cosby with all my heart and my soul. The show, the TV shows, the things that I learned. I grew up in a foster home. I didn't have a parent or a mother, or like a mother or a father there. But I understand that my mom's live with me now, so I understand what epidemic we went through to tear that up and took away the values. And all reality, a mother has no place telling a father whether he should be in a child's life or not. The father has no place of telling the mother the same thing. If a lady was good enough, like, because to me, you have to be intimate. There has to be kissing involved. You're not just going to bend over and let somebody run up in it. So there was something there that you had to look at him and put your tongue in his mouth, kiss him and caress, whatever. If he was good enough for you to do that, he should be good enough to at least try. None of us know what, at least, and I've had myself in it because I'm a foster child. None of us know what it is to be a dad. If you didn't have the experience at home, you don't know what it is. You got to fill it out. And, you know, we run the streets. I used to run the streets, but my kids is the one that pulled me out. When they run in the room and say, Daddy, I love you, it fucked me up. I don't know what that is, but I love it because there's no evil intent behind it, right?
Can I insert? Can I just add something too? Because I hear everything that you're saying, and I can understand it. But it was something that you said before, and I'm not the.
Nah, you go.
When I speak on the progression of men, is just to uplift men.
Yeah.
Is for men empowerment just as well as we do women empowerment.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing that I just wanted to lay out, and then you can continue, that probably a year or two ago, a study came out through the family court system, through the CDC, through the census, that Black fathers were rated the #1 fathers in the country as far as spending time with their children, through the family court system, wanting to be more involved, wanting to be residential parents and joint custody parents, going to school, to back to school nights. They rated the CDC rated Black men as the top fathers in the country, and a new face of what American fathers are. And I don't want, and anybody can look it up. I've sent it to both hosts in the past, and I don't want that to be a challenge to people, but something that we can actually be proud of.
Yeah.
To say, you know what? Let's go, brothers. Keep going. Yeah. Because I've said it in a place before, and it was, oh, well, what was it about this? And what was it? No, be proud of your Black men. You want it better from your Black men. There's 2.5 million Black men just went in the upper class. 54% of Black men are single and childless. You know what I mean? The rest of those men are in the middle class. There's a smaller percentage of Black men in poverty. And then the whole country, you know, just rated Black men as the #1 fathers in the country. That's something to be proud
of. I'm proud because I'm a good dad. I'm a great dad. I became a great dad. I really don't do statistics because I don't trust it. I don't believe it. To me, they could tell you what they want. Through with the history of CDC, I'm not taking nothing from you, Sean. I'm just saying, me
Look on
personally.
blackdemographics.com. That's blackdemographics.com. It's statistics from Black people, for Black people, by Black people. They say the same thing.
Okay. I never went there. I should look into it.
Blackdemographics.com. For anybody that's listening, blackdemographics.com got all statistics for Black people, researched by Black people.
Right. I'm gonna check that out. I'll be scared of statistics because I go by reality, from what I see, not from what these from what they tell me, and from my experience, I really think that we as a people have to stop separating
Absolutely.
the family. We need both parents. If you're not going to be in the same household, then you have to co-parent, like efficient. The baby, whoever you're with outside of that relationship has to agree with it. It's just people's feelings. They feelings get in it, and it really messes everything up. Women, what I meant by a female can nurture a man masculinity is when he get to the point of spazzing and going, she can't handle that. It's a man that's going to say, shut the F up and sit your ass down, and he's going to be scared because he's more. But with a female, she's going to be scared of that, and he's going to see it, and he's going to feed on that. Literally. Y'all know where I work at. I'm sitting, and this is an example real quick. As a I work around football players, little football teams, and as a kid, big kid, 14 years old, 15 years old, he got 2 girlfriends. He had them both come here, and they both were out to fight. And I'm looking at this dude like, yo, this is where the cornballs start. Y'all start at a young age, because you're laughing, and these women they're already having sex. They're emotionally tied up with him. He banging both of them, and they're making fun of them while they fight each other in front of everybody else. Like, dude, you're 14, 15, and your intentions is to let them. You shouldn't let them go at it, period. But then you look at it, who he's being raised by. I have female cousins that literally sent their sons to F up a little girl life because they don't like the mother. Literally. I don't know men doing this, but I know women. We all know it, but the thing is that women don't hold themselves accountable. Men don't hold themselves accountable. We both could F up. We both don't have, and generally, we both don't have the values that is going to take the child in place. It's values at the end of the day. Forget what everybody else wants. Yeah. And one thing, I'm about to calm down, but Kat, I heard you say earlier, you wouldn't let your son go by the fathers or whatever. To be fair, it's not fair for him to say the son can't spend time with the mother. So it's not fair for you to say the same thing when it comes for women, period, to block the child from the father. And then when things go wrong, you say, well, because the father not in his life.
No, I was actually joking when I said that. Oh, okay. I did say that I wouldn't have a problem with the father, with my kids, because I got sons. But
I know.
They got a daddy.
yeah, they do. They got a dad.
They got a daddy. And they daddy take care of them. So
I get that. I applaud dog for that. That's my man.
Yeah, and the one thing that we have to add on to that is allowing the father to take over at a certain time. It teaches the child instincts. Gives them that those instincts as a man, on how to move, on how to see things. Certain things that you may not see, we see. Decision making skills, critical thinking, confidence, how to be a leader. Decision making is big. You got a lot of men out here that don't know how to make decisions. They just reacting off of emotions versus knowing how to dial things back and say, you know what, let me assess this. We do that in the fire department. We don't just run up to a fire and run right into the building. You know, we get to that building and we see what's going on. You know, and it's the same thing that you have to do in life. You got to assess things. You got to get there, see what's going on, and assess it the proper way in order to know how to move forward and take care of the situation. So, you know, a young boy being with a father that's a good leader, that's a good guy, that's, you know, moving through life the right way, he learns a lot of that. Plus, he learns work ethic. You know, when I come home sometime, I go right into mowing the grass, you know, cleaning the pool, you know, making sure the backyard is good, making sure the cars is okay. There's certain things that I do that the family don't even know that's happening. You know, they don't even know that it happened. I mean, because I just go into that Rain Man and handle it. You know what I mean? There's certain things that I may see that they don't see, just as well as a woman and a young girl. There's certain things that I may not pick up because it's not familiar to me. It's not my nature. The same as a man and a young man. There's certain things that a woman probably can't teach a young man because she don't understand it. She don't know it. It's like sitting with your back to the door at a restaurant. You know, a lot of men rather sit facing because understanding danger. I want to see everything. You know, yeah, a lot of women, they just go and just sit down just to have a drink and have a nice time. I mean, with us, we like, nah, I don't sit with my back to the door. I want to know who coming in this joint. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things that kids pick up, you know, young men pick up from their fathers, from fixing tires to, you know, listening to the car. What's that noise that's going on? Why that car stalled a little bit like that? A lot of women, they just get in the car and press the button. But we paying attention to a lot of things that a lot of women, just the same as women do on their side.
And I don't think that anybody is disagreeing with that fact. I think that boys do need their father. I think daughters need their fathers. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody needs both their parents. And unfortunately, in the world that we live in, it's a lot of single parent households.
Yes.
And you know, it's a lot of single parent households in this world. And unfortunately, we have people who cannot get along and they cannot co-parent properly and they cannot do all of these things properly so their children can be raised properly. I will always say this, and I say it repeatedly. I don't know how it feels to be raised in a single parent household because I did not live in a single parent household. I always had both my parents.
Because I think it's conversation. I'm sorry.
So I don't really, but I do as an adult. I get it. I understand. My friends go, you know, my friends go through it. They're single mothers. So I know some single fathers. So I get it.
And that's where we have to get over our ego and our pride, and even in relationships or friendships that we have with other people, where we'll see, like myself, if I see one of my dudes not really stepping up the way that he's supposed to step up, I'm gonna say something. You know, just as well as I expect you as a woman, that if you see a woman that has a good guy, but the relationship just went bad, and she's saying, you know what, I'm just gonna keep my kid away from him to hurt him. Women need to step up and say something. Like, hey, that's not a good look. I mean, the child is the one that's gonna be hurt from that. The same is on the man's side. You know what I mean? Like I'll never, like, I'm not a club person or party person, but I would never look to go somewhere with my boys and they popping bottles in the club, but he ain't taking care of his kid. Like, so you can pop a bottle here. That bottle costs you $200-300, but you ain't do nothing for your kid. That's not gonna sit well with me. I mean, you know me. I'm a vocal person. Like, I'm gonna say something. I mean, so we as a culture have to start speaking up, because we always have this whole thing like, nah, I'm gonna mind my business and such and such. But we talking junk over there and talking junk over there. We can start putting people on blast Like, hey, sis, I don't think that's a good look to keep that child away from that man. He's a good man. Just because y'all didn't make it, and you don't like his new girlfriend like that. That's silly. You don't
And
like
that's
his
what it be most of the time. It be the
Can
new
I
girl.
just before we get too far and too deep, I just want to say something to Mr. Thomas Mack, who said they're not when I when I was talking about unplanned pregnancies. He said that they're not unplanned if the woman is choosing to have the baby because birth control is literally free. And then he goes to say that he said, I didn't say it was, but I know a man has no legal say in childbirth. So why do women pick the lowest quality man to have unprotected sex with? Women can give a baby away, and there's nothing the father can do to stop it in most states.
This is true.
Look at that.
And I'm not saying that it ain't true.
It's true.
Okay. Responsibility when it comes to having sex, the responsibility for him and her. Let's stop always trying to make it a her thing.
Hold up, but wait, that's not accurate of what he said. Let's be fair to our
that is
viewers.
what he said. He said
I heard something that you didn't say.
They're not unplanned. He said they're not unplanned.
I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna get somebody.
The woman is choosing to have the baby because birth control
That's where. Hold up, cousin. That's where the difference is. You can have sex, but choosing to have the baby is your decision. That's where the difference comes in. No, he can't tell. He can't make her. You both can lay down and have sex, but it's the woman's decision to have the child. It's your body. It's your choice.
That's what they
say.
So
you make the decision to have the child.
I understand what you're saying.
Yes.
But in reality, for me, if I'm pregnant we're having a conversation. Because I'm not signing up to take care of
that's not how it happens
and
all
I
the time.
don't think many women want to sign up to be taking care of a kid that they know this man ain't gonna take care of. I mean,
say that one more time.
I said I don't think too many women are going to sign up to have a child knowingly know that this man ain't gonna help her take care of this child, take care of their child.
I mean, well, to be fair,
unless you want to check, unless you're just having babies for checks, because you do have people that do that too. But
I hear you, but to be fair, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. To be fair, what?
No, I said to be fair. To be fair, when we're talking about laying down and having a child, laying down and having sex and having a child is two different things. Of course, they're both attached at a point. But they're two different things because you're having consensual sex, you having, just having sex as recreation. That's something different than having a child. But then we also have to understand that 40% of DNA test comes back not the father that you thought was the child's father. I mean, so to be fair, you didn't even know. Hold up.
Just going back to having unsafe sex. Y'all both know the consequences of having unprotected sex.
Yes, but if I'm a man that's dealing with a woman, if I'm a man dealing with a woman and I'm looking at you exclusively, but you're not, and I'm looking to be the father of this child, but then it comes out 40 times out of 100 times that it's not mine.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of
I hear what you're saying, but what I was saying, let
me ask the question. Let me ask the question.
The comment that he made, and the way I took that comment was that the birth control is more likely on the woman. But
that's why I said to you. That's why I said to you it was two parts.
Wait. Okay, but if it's not, and it's not unplanned pregnancies, and I get that part. But the same way you could say, we know the consequences, we giving birth and all of this and all that because it's our choice. It's your choice too, because you know the consequences of what you're doing.
But if I'm a man,
if you know I get pregnant, if we have unprotected sex and it's a possibility I may get pregnant, then you should also understand and know it's a possibility I may have this child. It's a possibility we may not.
Okay.
Hey, Raquel,
That's a risk you
Raquel
chose.
can be standing up. Now that's a lady.
And I agree. But what I'm saying is, in that other scenario where 40% of DNA tests come back not the person, I may be a man that's looking at you to whereas we are exclusive.
Okay.
We are a family. We're talking about having a family. We're talking about having a future. So I'm doing exactly what I planned out to do, to have a child with my significant other, but you're entertaining over there.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Those are situations that happen. And we see it a lot.
of situations that happen where that person is not the father.
This is true, but we got to speak about them all. And the one thing that I did, that's why I said I intervened to say that he said,
but that's not what I was speaking on. I was just speaking on.
I get it, but we have to have the full conversation.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. What he said was,
and I understand that you're going into different aspects of it, but I was just addressing the fact that it's not always, it's consequences on both sides when it comes to unprotected sex.
Yes, of course. But it's the woman's decision to have the child. It's your body. You make the decision. We both lay down and have sex, but it's the woman's decision to have the child.
Okay.
The woman don't have to have the child.
You made the decision.
Yes, but you have the final say. The woman have the final say. It's your body. If you don't, I'm sorry.
I said, and you had the final say too when you lay down and have unprotected sex.
I hear you. This is a going back and forth about power, but we all know the final say of a child being born into this world is a woman saying, I'm going to have this child. You have to make the last decision.
Yes, we do.
That's all he was saying.
But that's not what I took from it. I took it the way I took it.
I know you took it that way. I just said, don't leave that part out. I'm with you. I just said, don't leave that part out because he said that too. He said both of them are accountable or whatever he said for them and sex, but the ultimate decision at the end of it is you having the child. That's your decision. That's a woman's decision. So if you lay down with somebody in recreation of just wanting to have sex, or he cute, or you have a nice body, or this or that, you didn't have to go through with having the child. That was your decision.
Yeah.
There's plan B. There's plan B. There's abortion. There's all. You didn't have to have the child. That was your decision to go through with. And you have religion. You have morals, and I get all of that. No matter what, it's still the woman's decision. We hear it all the time. My body, my choice.
It is. It's my body. It's my choice.
So we can't pick and choose the fights on how we want to fight it. You know me. I'm going to push back.
And I can push back too, because still at the end of the day, it's like you still on this one. But you can't. But still, at the end of the day,
don't lose on this one, cousin.
Accountability from the father, because both of you still have the same unprotected sex. It's not about win or lose on this one because it's not about win or lose. It's about the simple. It's just a simple fact. That
the fact is the last thing.
The simple fact is that both parties are to be held accountable for the child and the pregnancy.
For having sex, but you decide to have the child.
Both parties are to be held accountable for the pregnancy.
Yes,
you can't get pregnant by yourself.
But to have the child, I can't make the decision for you. So you hold more. You hold more.
Still has to be held.
Cousin,
it still has to be accountability to be held.
I said that. Cousin, I said that. He has accountability in that. But the last say It's you. If you choose to say, I'm going to have this baby, but I'm going to drop this baby off at the fire station because I don't want it. That's your decision. I can't say anything about it. I can't say nothing about it. You are the final say, point blank, period. If you say this is my body, I had this baby, I'm dropping this baby off at the fire station. If he want it, he can come get it. That's your decision. If this man was to say, she having a baby, I ain't paying nothing. The judge gonna say, bullshit, $200 a week, brother. You hold more of the decision making and accountability than the man because it's your body.
We both hold the accountability. It ain't no
you
more.
hold more because it's your body and your decision.
And if he wants, if she decide that she don't want to have it, and
I can't make her have it.
He's saying that he do want to have it, and
it's still her decision.
And then she does have that baby, and she gives that baby to that father. Then okay,
it's still her decision. That's what you're missing. It's still her decision.
I'm not missing that part because I know it's a woman's decision. I said that 50 times already. I already know it's a woman's decision whether or not she has a child or not. But we're not going to take the accountability away from the man that he is.
Nobody's taking accountability away from the man. All I said was the woman have more decision making and more accountability because it's her body. Laying down and them having sex, yes, you're equally accountable. But moving forward, the woman has to make the decision on if she wants to move this child through her body.
Exactly.
It's simple.
But don't act like the father don't got no say either. Because I'm pretty sure when you was bearing your children, I'm pretty sure when you had your kids, you just said, you know what, I'm gonna step back and you make that decision on your own and then let me know what you decide.
That's not what reality is.
Right? I'm pretty
that's
sure
not what reality is.
I'm pretty sure y'all talked about it and y'all made a decision.
But no matter what,
okay.
No matter what, cousin, it's still her decision.
I understand that.
So she holds more accountability.
But it's
her body. If she was to push that baby through and die,
then
it's you get what I'm saying? It's her decision. And I'm not taking anything away from that. I truly believe it's a woman's body, it's a woman's right. But at the same time, when you wanting to hold up the trophies and fight in the street, you got to take that the flip side of that coin too. When you done had a baby by somebody that ain't shit, it's your body, your choice to have a child with a man that ain't shit.
Carla, go. I don't understand what you mean by that, but can you go more into that with that comment?
What'd she say?
She said, I believe this is the reason why many men walk away, but I don't know what she's speaking of.
Oh, what do you mean by that? Carla, come on the show.
I don't know what she's speaking of.
Call in. Come on the show.
And I don't know what Kamisha is speaking of. No man has any say so over a woman's body. No, he don't.
Yes, it's your body.
And I never said he did. I said it 100 times already. It is her choice. It's her body. Yeah. Because she's the one that has to carry that baby.
So then she carries the weight.
Or the majority of it. Or more of the weight. I get it. I get it. I don't want no sauce. I see the sisters. They coming through. I'm about to
Well, this isn't about pregnancy. This is just about if a son should go live with his father when they turn a certain age.
No, I think more so where he was going to, if you have a man that's not the caliber of man that you want to raise your child, then you shouldn't have had sex with him, period. And if you did have sex with him, you didn't have sex with him, then you shouldn't have had the child. I think that's where he was probably going to.
Wait, I think I messed up. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay. I understand what you're saying. And you're right. That's true too. Carla says they find out that the woman is pregnant they don't want the child, and the woman has the baby, and then he disappears.
Of course that happens.
Yeah, we know
Absolutely.
that's a true thing.
Absolutely. You got some deadbeat, trifling dudes out here running these streets. Absolutely. I would never go
Wait,
against.
we ain't going there.
What's that?
We ain't going there, right? You shouldn't have hung up, right?
What did he say? What did he say?
He said, if you submit it to me, then I own your body.
Oh, God.
Not gonna
That's how I said.
You're going to be on your own with that one, bro. I'll fight for the brothers. You know I fight for the brothers, but...
Ray, I think you
and Kamisha in the comment section too. She probably had, it's her birthday. She probably had communion like 3 times.
It's her birthday.
You know, Kamisha, happy birthday. It's just having a birthday.
Happy birthday,
she probably had communion, so she probably can't even understand what you're saying.
You said she had communion.
She had communion. You know, when you get the wine and the crackers. Probably had her little wine. You probably had her little wine.
Exactly, Carla. That's a whole nother show. Right, just.
I don't want no problems with that, Ray. Do that show when I'm on my day off.
Not today, Ray. We ain't doing that one. That's a whole nother topic show. You and Roshawn and the DJ.
No, I don't go that far. I don't want no problem.
That's submission and all of that.
I believe in submission, but you ain't gonna get me jumped at the BP. I don't want to get jumped at the BP gas station. I don't want no problem.
You ain't gonna get jumped at not at the BP.
Nah, not the but I truly believe it'll be a good look for the child if they're in a single parent environment, but especially a multi-family, blended unit. That if you have a good guy, with good morals and stand-up guy, why not send the child with the father? If he's a good guy, whatever happened with you doesn't have anything to do with who he can be for his child. So I believe it'll be a good look.
But he has to want to do it.
You'd be surprised at how many fathers would rather have that, especially looking at the statistics. How many fathers would rather the child be with him? Like a lot of people always say, the load of a mom, and I get it. And that's something, as parents, a lot of us was never groomed for. It's a learned thing. The baby didn't come out of the womb and go straight to football practice. It's something that was learned. It was something, and a lot of times, the kid do what you want them to do. You know what I mean? Like,
Carla funny. No, Carla made a little statement. It was kind of funny.
Yeah, but there's a lot of men out here that would love to take on that, but they get fought.
You should.
They get fought in the court system all the time. Not all of my friends. Like I got friends that went to get, custody of their children, and they were ruled against. And good dudes. So don't ever think that there's not men that's not going to court, that's not fighting to get their kids.
I have a couple of my friends. They have custody of their kids.
Yeah, me too.
That's how you get the cheeks with the lady. You have custody. That's the cheek getter 3,000.
That's the what?
The cheek getter 3,000. Father who got custody of his children. The lady's just like, ooh.
I can't. I
ain't doing it.
I
I
can't
ain't
do
doing
it.
it.
I'm not
I ain't doing
messing with you today. But no, I got a couple of friends that they're single fathers of multiple children. They take their sons, they take and their daughters. So
But even with the people that we got in the comment section, right? You know, it's historical about what goes on in our community. Well, no matter whose fault is it. And I want to ask this because I know we got some heavy hitters in the comment section. Of course, there's 80% of single parent households is mother households, and around 20% is men households. Men fare the same. Men single parent households fare the same as two parent households, right? Women single parent households do significantly worse as far as school and incarceration and children and all of that. No, we're not, and it's not about going at each other. I just want to ask the realistic question. If we know this, and even though is 4 times the case, 80 to 20, if we know this, what do we think about leaning more to allowing the fathers in the court system? I mean, as far as that point, letting the fathers take the lead on, having the children if they fare well more, if they fare better with the children as far as incarceration and schooling. And because we got the stats and we can run over the stats, but we all know as soon as we start running stats and we talking about this, we talking about that, it start to become a war. And I don't want to do the war thing. I can run the stats if you want them. You already know. But if the stats say that men, are men households fare better as far as for the betterment of the child, not for us, not our egos, not what we think, not for the check, for the betterment of the child.
Wow.
Should we start looking at allowing fathers to take the lead on taking residential parenthood versus the mothers? Should that be something that we look at?
Y'all can look at it. What?
Nothing. It was just a question.
That's the question. You said that's something that we could look at. I say yes. That's something that y'all can look at. Mm-hmm. So what you saying basically from birth?
What I'm saying is whether it's from birth, whether it's from whatever it is, if it's at a certain age, if a single father household does better than a single mother household, and we're looking at things for the betterment of the child, should we start creating more, allowing the fathers, because 80% of court cases go to single mother households, allowing them to be residential parents. So what I'm saying is, even if it's not a court-ordered thing, for us as individuals, knowing these statistics, should we look at it to where it's like, what, statistically, the child may fare better. It may be a better situation with the dad. And I know we always say, oh, not me, not us, but the statistics ain't come from, these kids ain't in jail by themselves. It ain't just start, it's a lot that went into it, yes, but 85% or 80%, no matter of fact, I think it dropped to 70% of incarcerated youth, but 85% of adults come from single mother households. So it's like, when do we look at this as something major that we need to really address? Cut off your feelings. Cut cut off all of that. I'm talking about for the betterment of these children. Historically, it's not a good look. So is it something that we look into to say, hey, we need to redirect things and address these things in a different way? And I got the statistics. We can go into suicides. They say 63% of suicides is from fatherless homes. And even another disclaimer, I saw a video with a lot of scholars and governmental people to say that they had to stop saying single mother households because of all of the kickback or pushback they were getting. So they stopped saying single mother households and said fatherless homes. And I'm like, that's even sad. Like, we can't even say what it is because of the emotions that's attached to it. We're not looking at what's better for the children. We're looking at our emotions and how we feel. And it's like, we can't do that. But to go into it, 63% of suicides is from fatherless homes. What from whatever reason, the fathers is out of the home. I'm just running off the statistics. You can do whatever you do whatever with the statistics you want. 90% of homeless and runaways is from fatherless homes. 85% of children with behavioral disorders is from fatherless homes. 80% of rapists and kids with anger problems is from fatherless homes. 71% of high school dropouts is from fatherless homes. Children with involved fathers are 40% less likely to repeat a grade, 70% less likely to drop out. 75% of all adolescent children are in chemical abuse centers. 70% of youth in state institutions are from fatherless homes. 85% of all youths are from fatherless homes. That's in prison. 85% of all youths in prison is from fatherless homes. Daughters of parents without a father involved are 53% more likely to marry as teenagers, 711% more likely to have children as teenagers, and 164% more likely to have premarital births, 92% more likely to get divorced. For whatever the reasons is, I don't want to go back and forth about the reasons. I don't want to go back and forth about that, who wrong, and he wasn't there because he had the girlfriend over there. I don't care about that. I'm talking about was for the betterment of the child. If fathers are thriving, and even in the CDC, as we stated, that fathers are the top fathers as far as the CDC is concerned in the country, are the new face of fatherhood in the United States. Why can't we look more into having children? If you're going to be in a single parent household, be with their dads. If it's looked at that they do better, why can't we do that?
Didn't say we couldn't. It just doesn't happen.
Why? Why it don't happen? Because the woman have to relinquish that power. She has to say, hey, go with your dad. She have to say, go with your dad. Or not fight the dad if they're choosing to fight in court. But some of these numbers are horrible. So at the end of the day, for whatever reasons it is, I'm not going to fight on the reasons. At the end of the day, you're making it about you more than it's about the child. Because if children do well, if they do well more in single father households, if we're not going to be together, if they do well in single father households, why not allow the fathers to do their thing?
The father should be able to do his thing. It's just at what point do you want to do it?
Nadine said something. What is she saying there?
She said most can't see what's better for the child because they're still stuck on what happened between them.
And I agree. But we have to that's why I said we have to take it off of us. The statistics show that fathers fare better.
Too many.
You know,
It's so many other factors to the numbers. I'm so glad I never held a grudge on my baby daddies.
of course, it's so many factors. That's why I said if we go into all of that, we'll be here all night. But the numbers state that.
I think that if you want to take your children, at what point do you want to take them? I think it's other things. You want them at birth. You want them when they're 5. You want them when they're 10. When do you want to take that responsibility on? That's a question to ask.
Cousin, I think for a lot of people, it's about control. I think it's about retaliation.
Hey,
I think it's about you don't want to be with me. You don't want to be with me. So the only way I can hurt you is with your children.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can hurt you. Is I can't hurt you with my mouth. I can't hurt you. I can't hurt you physically. I can't hurt you in no other way than hurting you with your children. And I think that's a lot of the problem. You know, it's control. Because I can do what I want to do. I say what I want to say. I handle it the way I want to handle it. And the court is going to back me on it.
I do think that some women use their kids as weapons when they, when they shouldn't. They shouldn't use their children as weapons. But I can't speak for everybody. I could just say some women do it. I could say some women have no problem with the co-parenting thing, whereas some women do. Some women don't want their children around this one and this woman and that woman. So no, you can't be around your kids. It's 1,001 reasons women will come up with why they don't want their child with their father.
I agree.
Reasons.
I agree.
So we can't. I'm not gonna go this. It's like it's 101 reasons why some men walk away. It's 101 reasons why men fight so hard to be part of their children's lives. It's reasons for everything. But at the end of the day, if you are responsible parents, you had these kids, y'all not together no more, and if y'all could come together and do the co-parenting thing, then fine. Do the co-parenting thing.
I agree.
And the child could still come and still be just as a responsible adult growing up with both his parents. Just living in 2 separate houses.
I agree.
It's no difference. You have to be responsible enough to have the conversations and to be able to work together to do the co-parenting thing and to do the blended family thing. Because at the end of the day, she ain't gonna be living by herself for her life, and he ain't gonna be by himself for his life. So children are going to meet other people. And you have to be mature enough to say, it's okay. We'll figure it out. We can all do this together and be one big happy family.
but that's the catch. That's the catch. What's figuring it out? Historically, let me lay it out. Historically, I'm speaking culturally. Historically, men do better as a single parent, even though it's 4-1. Right? It's 4-1. Men do better. I mean, so figuring it out maybe go with your dad. But we all know that's not going to happen because of control, ego, pride, anger. I don't like her. All of these other things. He left me. All of these different things. That's why I said, as a culture, like me as a man, if I was to see my boy tripping and not doing what he's supposed to do, but he flossing and popping bottles, me and him got a problem. So as women women have to start holding women accountable because, like I said, I was in an argument today about something like this.
Hold women accountable
with anybody as far as, I'm attached to, but just on a Facebook post. I'm like, we just quoting statistics. This ain't even anything personal. Stop taking things personal. Of course, it's not everybody and it may not be you, but the world doesn't revolve around you.
Hold women accountable for what?
What do you mean?
Hold women. I'm sorry. I had got to say. I'm sorry. I was about to say. You said we got to hold women accountable for what though? What are we holding women accountable for? In what terms? In what way? You saying we not holding women accountable for? What are we not?
No. I said more because we know some women who use, like you said, that use their children as weapons.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, children that's in households with siblings that have 2 and 3 and 4
absolutely
siblings that have different fathers. Mm-hmm. When do we start having these conversations to say, you can't do this. You need to send little, such and such to his father. Or, instead of using him as a weapon, you need to pipe down, sis. Like, you wrong for that. I see a lot of coddling. I see a lot of, I don't want to say nothing because I want to hear her mouth.
Why I gotta be coddling?
whatever way you want to shape it. But I see a lot of, I don't want to hear her mouth. You can't tell her nothing. All these different things. I mean, and some of these people is a Dyfus case waiting to happen.
Mm-hmm, they are.
But we mind our business until it lands on our lawn. Meanwhile, I remember Chris Rock has said something. You ain't saving college money, you saving bail money. Some kids, I've heard people say that that they seen that kid, he was gonna go to jail since he was 10 years old. Why we ain't addressing this as a village? We got to start really, if we want our culture better, if we want the culture to move forward, we have to take everything serious. And we can't worry about your feelings. And because every time we have conversations like this, it's a feelings-based conversation, not a logical statistics and numbers. We got to find a way where the numbers ain't right. Whereas, like, we don't have to do that. We can look at reality. We can look at reality. We can look at the jail system. We can look at the kids that's failing. We can look at the shootings that's out here. We can look at all of these things. But because we don't want to offend nobody, or we don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, we got to bank down instead of really dealing with what we need to deal with. And we got to stop that.
I think the accountability part, as far as what I understand, I hear you. And I do think that some women, but you can't always do it. I'm not about to get down in the smackdown, hold up fight with you about what you're talking about. No, I'm just saying about what you do in your house, because women do catch women. You can't say some women. I ain't gonna say, oh, I don't watch y'all all saying that ain't true.
But man, look at you. That's right there.
You can't say nothing to about what's going on in their life, what's going on in their home, what's going on with their children. You can't say nothing to them. Otherwise, you might as well just go ahead, step in the street, and let's just do this. Because that's how far some people will take it when you tell them about their kid.
Cousin, I've seen some of the most idiotic conversations go down to where somebody can be dead wrong, or something happened, and one woman is on one end of it, and then the friends will come and be like, girl, you still good, you a queen. No, you should be telling her this. Like, yo, get your shit together. This happened because of you. Start holding them accountable. Everybody ain't, man, don't get me started.
That's why I said.
Everybody ain't kings and queens.
That's why I said what I just said.
Everybody ain't kings and queens. I'm sorry.
You can't always say certain things to certain people, because I'm not about to argue with you. I'm not about to have a fight with you over something as simple as me holding you accountable for something.
Well, we need some interventions. We need some interventions. We need the same way.
Wait, but you're either going to accept what I say or you're not. But do we got to get into an argument and a fight about it? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
I always hold my friends accountable for the stuff they do.
Well, we need some interventions. We need some interventions. We need some interventions. We need
women who want the fight.
We need some interventions. Instead of instead of teenage pregnancy reveal parties, we need get your shit together parties for their mothers. That's what we need. If you don't get your shit together, your daughter is going to be a statistic. Your daughter is going to go through the same nonsense that you've been through. The same as we deal with our sons.
And I definitely understand you, Mr. Thomas Mack. And but I'm just talking about just not just my friends, because I can say whatever I want to say to my friends, because they already know I'm gonna keep 100 with them. But and they're gonna be mad a little bit, but they're gonna be all right. But what I'm saying is, you can't really say nothing to a lot of women out here, even if
you can. You choose not to.
That's no, you can't, because
you can say what you want.
Just like working with the football team. Some of these kids is bad as hell. Okay, you walk up to their parent and you tell them and try to have a nice, simple conversation and tell them how their son been acting and this and that. They ready to fight you. They want to argue with you. Like, it ain't my fault that you got this little badass little boy. He don't want to listen to nobody. This your child.
Okay, then like I said, as an administrator, I have to assess the problem. What happened?
It could have been anything.
In order for you to go to the parent,
here go a prime example. One of the kids, we at a game, we told them, stop roughing around. You got to come off the field, go to the side. The child gets loud with one of the other adults and told her, F you. I don't got to listen to you. You ain't my mother. Okay. So the lady came and got me. She walked away and she came and got me. I went over and I asked the little boy, what was his problem? She ain't my mother. She can't talk to me like that, this and that. So I'm going to call my mother. My mother going to come here and whoop her effing ass. I was like, oh, I went and got his coach, which is a man. And I told him to go ahead and check. You better get your player, because I'm not putting up with nobody smart mouth kid like this. When his mother came to get him, explain the situation to him, he went and ran already to his mother, told his mother, whatever, trying to explain the situation to his mother to let her know that if he continues with that type of mouth and that type of behavior, he can't come out here no more. And that's when all hell broke loose. Now you want to get loud. You want to get the effing this and my son this and my son wouldn't do this. Like, you really? Okay. Take your son home and we'll call you and let you know that your son can't come back. I'm not going to fight with you. I'm not going to fight with you. I'm not doing none of that, because I pay too much money to get my nails done to be sitting up here trying to have a fight with you about a child that I ain't even raising.
I get it. And you know, I'm an EMT. I'm an EMT, and I've been at games, and as a man, not even as a professional, as a man, parent, and me hearing me hearing some of the things that I hear. And it's funny because I'm there in uniform and I'm walking through, kids be about to, talk a certain way, and then they dial it back because they see me walking through. But there has to be policy put in place. It has to be zero tolerance for certain types of behavior, certain type of language, certain types of everything. And if you break those rules, there's consequences and repercussions. And if you're a parent of these people, you have to understand that if your child is speaking a certain way or talking a certain way or dealing with things a certain way, they're out. If you need me to come in to create a situation of intervention, then we can do that. But as far as language and the way people act, that goes into mentoring and helping this child grow into an adult. It starts in Little League. It starts there. So if I'm allowing these children to speak a certain way and deal with things a certain way,
I ain't dealing with it. That's why I called the man.
I get it. That's why I said there has to be policy in place. There has to be rules and regulations. And if they're going against the rules and regulations, there has to be consequences. The reason why a lot of things the reason why there's the reason why things go a lot of ways nowadays because there's no consequences. There's no consequences and there's no repercussions. I do what I want to do. I say what I want to say, and that's it. That's the reason why it's a bunch of like if you ride through the city, there's a bunch of cars that's double parked that feel like they can just put their hazards on and you got to go buy them. Now us as fire trucks, we trying to get through, but if they don't deal with no consequences, they feel like I can double park here when I want to double park here. And it's just like anything else. I can say what I want to say because ain't nobody going to say nothing to me. I can do what I want to do because ain't nobody going to do nothing about it.
Yeah, but everything is from the home.
Absolutely.
Everything starts from the home because I guarantee you when that boy coach came over there and yoked his little behind up, he started crying. But then you crying with the coach, but then when your mother get here, it's like it's a totally different kid.
Yeah.
But the mother was just as nasty and ghetto as he was. But when that coach got in his behind, it was something totally different. So yeah. I get it.
Environment.
You could see
environment.
Exactly.
Yes.
And once again, and Nadine, you're absolutely 1000% correct. His mama allows it. His mama allows him to talk like that. Because if she didn't, he wouldn't. She would teach him to respect his elders.
Now let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Honest situation, right? I mean, simple question. Let's say she got a good guy who she had this child with, but they went a certain way because maybe her attitude, right? Do you think that same woman would allow her child to go live with her father? No. Go live with his father. I'm sorry.
No.
That's the problem.
No.
It's control.
She would rather put him in football that the coaches do, whatever they doing. But she
instead of sending him to his father. Exactly. And we have to address this. Sometimes it's just some women being rebellious, controlling. Just the same as some men that's being deadbeats and not stepping up to the plate to do their thing. But it just gets under my skin sometimes when we talk about the flip side of that coin. When it's the woman, it turns into woman bashing. It turns into this. It turns into that. And it's not that. It's our reality. Some of these women, some of these young girls and these women out here are terrible.
Absolutely.
They're terrible.
Wait a minute, Derek.
Yeah.
You mighty quiet, brother, man. Where you at?
I'm right here.
What you got to say?
Nothing. Y'all said it all.
We ain't said it all. You got something to say. What's your perspective? I ain't even heard your perspective.
Because y'all went and took it over, so I'll just keep.
I heard you, Derek. I heard you. Check the chat.
I saw.
All right. Now, cousin, if we go to 2 hours, you're gonna have a problem in the household. So we might as well wrap this up.
I sure is, because my son already said we be out here way past an hour. No, Kamisha,
why? Okay, guys, listen. I don't think you need to be asking those kind of questions. All right. So calm down.
He having camera. He having issues with his camera.
I'm the voice of the Lord today. I'm the narrator.
I can't with you, Derek. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna have to get off of here because my child is not. He don't be happy when we be taking up. We be on here.
My little furry child, she's getting real.
And Derek and I are both tired, and I'm pretty sure Sean is tired too. You know.
Sean is off tomorrow, so he ain't that tired.
That's definitely not true. I'm actually on duty tomorrow.
Yeah, you on duty tomorrow.
Kamisha, you should tell Sean to give you a birthday dinner.
That's why you can't do nice stuff for people, yo.
I'll be pimping my cousin out to people. Y'all want
and hold on, wait, and it ain't even to people. You gonna say it to her?
That's your best friend.
That's my point. She gonna jump right on my back.
Girl, go ring that doorbell. Y'all know Sean be cooking like 3-4 days out of the week. Stop at the firehouse, get you a plate. I'm just saying. Be nice, Sean. Oh, you did, and he gave you. Oh, Sean, shameful.
She know I got her. She know I got her.
Harass him like I do. I finally got my food. I got my birthday. I had to wait till my birthday, but I finally got my food.
You know I got her. Tell her come sing the national anthem at the opening of the haunted house, and I got it.
Look, Allie said she wants food too, Sean.
We gonna wrap this up before I got cook for a cafeteria.
Well, I'm just saying we need some appetizers for our meeting on Saturday.
And you better get my
I got it. I'm gonna bring it.
Egg holder.
I got it. I'm gonna bring it to you.
I
ain't forget. I'm off all this week. I got you.
I'm done.
Yo. That's an inside joke. That's an inside joke for everybody wondering what we laughing about. Don't worry about it.
I want to say thank y'all to everybody for joining the conversation today. It was a great conversation, and we appreciate y'all. My last thoughts is I don't really see anything wrong with a woman letting her child live with the father and the father take care of the child. It's not wrong with it. Everybody just needs to learn how to get along and co-parent and raise children right. That's it. Co-parenting. It's the bomb. You should try it. It works. That's it. That's all. Everybody wants in. I'm Meek. I got you. I got you, Meek. I'm gonna wear them down, Meek. I'm wearing them down.
Incredible.
You
know what I always say? Just get back to family. That's it. Just get back to family. Let's get back to family.
Victor, what you got?
And to sum up what I've been saying all night.
Yo. Incredible.
I rent my children out in case anybody want to taste of motherhood or fatherhood, and y'all ain't got no kids. Y'all can rent my kids. I'll let y'all borrow them.
Tell Ali, look at that wall.
Huh?
Tell Ali,
look at the wall.
Look at that wall.
Y'all old country, old cowboy fans.
See that? Cowboy Nation.
A wall of losing, but we going.
Yes, Carla. He was very, very different tonight. Very.
Who that?
You just got on, so be quiet.
Talking about
Cowboy Nation. I'm out.
Love.